So I figured I'd show off a little kind of, not vacuum, but a little air blower that I picked up off Amazon. Um, Plan on blowing off some of my cards while I'm doing my rewiring. And then, of course, you could kind of see all the little wires dangling all over the place. Picked up shorter wires just to kind of clean up the wiring a little bit better. And then blow off all my cards and then get them back in my grow tent. But yeah, I'll have links in the description for this. Figure kind of not too bad for how loud it is. But yeah, not horrible. And then does end up folding up. So it is kind of nice and small. It is rechargeable off of a Type-C plug. So it's not one of those big bulkier looking ones. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now. So I just ended up pulling out what I had in there. And these are the 2 foot long ones, and I switched them out to the 1 foot. I just ended up blowing off everything, all the cards. Pretty dusty. Not too horrible. I mean, the temperatures are still decent for everything that's in. Nothing's like overheating or anything like that. I still basically try to run my cards, I'd say easily between about 45C to about 62, maybe 63C. I try to keep everything at least 60C and colder. So I do keep my fans running at like 100%. Of course, this is my 1660 Ti and Super cards. I do have, I want to say, I think it was like 4 of them running off of the normal ATX power supply. And then I got the rest of them running off a 750 watt parallel miner with breakout board. I get all my wires and breakout boards through parallel miner. But yeah, that's pretty much about it right now. Just a little maintenance and whatnot while I have my holiday break. Another thing I was just coming across, I know I haven't really talked about what my rigs were and whatnot. Here's one of those little metal pins that I ended up using for inside the corners to make them stackable. And then pretty much my motherboard and whatnot. I ended up going with a couple BioStar 8 GPU ones, which way in the back. So it's the 250 BTC Plus motherboards. Pretty much I try to get like a 30 or I think it was like a 3950 CPU. One of the Celeron ones or Pentiums. It's one of the smaller ones. I know I got a couple 4400 Ts in a couple of them. And then pretty much they all line up. You don't have to worry about doing any electrical tape on any of the connectors. And then you got a double connector sitting up front, right up around there. Sorry about everything. But I figured it's probably one thing I haven't talked about a whole lot. Pretty much got I know I kind of walked through it a little bit, but still have my server power supply, ATX power supply with the bracket that I kind of ended up making. So with all that, and then running the BioStar, I haven't had any issues running these BioStar motherboards. They are mining motherboards, and I do have the BIOS settings for like the 4G decoding and all that kind of stuff as the normal. And then I just picked up these up here fans, the Halo edition, and then this is one of the little pieces of plexi that I would screw the fans to. And then the little up here fan hub. They're different wires. They're not the normal tradition 4 or 3 pin or 4 pin. So they are the kind of cheaper up here fans. I want to say like a pack of like, I want to say 3 or a pack of 5 for like $25 or something like that. They do, they say 38 CFM per fan. They aren't really adjustable, but you can, I mean, granted they're RGB and whatnot. So with it being RGB, I'm a huge fan of the green, as you can kind of tell in some of my videos and whatnot like that. But figured I'd kind of go through a little bit, and then that, of course, got all of them laid out. So I am running 8 1660 Ti's and Supers on this one. And I did just do the shorter wires to the server power supply, which are all those yellow and black ones. Spin this around quick. Yeah, used to have the wires come up and around connecting up to these. And since I don't need those anymore, I can pull those right off. But yeah, that's pretty much trying to do this one-handed. Velcro stuff. Anyways, got the shorter wires plugged in. I kind of alternate them a little bit so I still can reach the on and off button, which is right there, right under my finger. But yeah, I got one stick of I want to say it's a 4 gig stick of RAM, and then a normal Intel cooler on top. But yeah, that's pretty much how I have everything broken down, and then the little wires and then the blower. The blower kind of helpful. I mean, I want to say I paid maybe like 20 some bucks or something like that. Not horrible. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there.